Today I'm gonna try a bit of a different video. As you can tell from the title, this is gonna be a cook-up. So I'm just gonna make some music for a few hours, tell you a bit about my thought process, and maybe even show you some cool stuff you can use in your own beats. So yeah, let's do it. So I think I wanna do some dark, moody R&B kind of stuff. I usually just start by trying to find a cool sound. Yeah, let's just start with this. Let's just go with this and see if it works this time. For the chords, I always like to keep it pretty simple. First of all, because I am not great at playing the keys, but I also think it's just catchier to have a more simple chord progression. It's also easier to add other stuff over the chords if it's not too complicated. Okay, I like this progression, but I think I want something that's a bit softer and trippier. Maybe something reversed even. This is pretty cool. I'll just have to layer it a bit. I always try to be a bit more experimental with my sound selection, because I feel like it just can add lots of character if you're getting a bit weird with your sounds. Whenever I have my chord progression, I just like to try out random stuff that goes along with the chords and build textures out of it. Now we can maybe reverse this. Yeah, maybe a layer like this. Yeah, make this really ambient with lots of effects. Okay, now I'm just gonna play some random stuff to reverse it. The ending was pretty cool actually, so I'll just keep that. I'm gonna reverse the rest of it. Let's see if we can find a nice atmospheric lead. What I really love for lead sounds is pitch bends. If you want to play in the pitch bends, you can go to Current Project, Remote Control, click on Channel Pitch. When this window comes up, you can move whatever you want to control the pitch with. And when I move this, you can see that it's changing the pitch of the sound. If you have a one-shot that's too short for what you want to play, you can just turn up the crossfade and it'll play forever. Oh, I like this. For stuff like this, I just like to use Edison to record it, so I can try over and over again. Time for some bass. This is probably my most used bass sound ever. It's just beautiful. For R&B samples, I always like vocals. So I'm gonna embarrass myself a bit now by trying to sing in some vocals. I don't really have any ideas yet. I'll just sing in random stuff and see if I can find some cool chops. So let's just see what happens. Yeah, I'll just try random stuff. Okay, now I'll just try and sing the chord notes. So first we have E minor. Man, my singing is so unbelievably ass. Okay, next one. B minor. G major. Then we need this one out of scale note, which is an A sharp. So I know this sounded absolutely horrific, but you gotta trust the process. And since the rest of this sample is all very trippy, I'm gonna try to add lots of reverb here and then reverse the choir maybe. Then let's see what we can make with these other vocals. Oh, that's like this. Just twice the same. I think we have enough elements now and it's time for some arrangement. Actually, we could start the sample with these keys that I used in the very beginning. Okay, maybe keys, but not these keys. Probably a more natural sounding bass line for that part. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Bum, bum, bum. Oh yeah. Can find some cool one-shots. And this guitar leads into the more atmospheric part. So I think that's gonna be it for the first sample. I'm just gonna export this with the stems at the end. If you put the stems at the end of your sample, it's always a great help if you put the hi-hat between the stems. I like to leave a gap of 1 bar between the stems and then put the hi-hat on the third beat, like this. That just makes it way easier for the people who are gonna use the sample to know where each stem starts and ends, especially when you have elements that don't start on the first beat. I'm thinking I could make it a bit faster and either pitch it up a bit or pitch it down a bit. Let's just do some very professional mastering for this. We all know making samples is the fun part, but if you want to get them placed, you will have to send them out to other producers. And honestly, for me, sending out samples is the most annoying task as a producer. You have to dig for producers who might like your stuff, you have to find out their contact details, you have to pick out samples for them, prepare emails, and all that just to be ignored most of the time. So that's why I started using ArtistConnect. It's a platform for producers where you can send your samples to other producers, even bigger Billboard certified producers. You can upload and store your loops there, and whenever an opportunity comes up, you can send your samples with just a few clicks. So it makes sending out samples much easier, and it also boosts your chances of getting a placement, because the producers you are sending your stuff to are actually looking for samples. If you decide to sign up, you can use my code LUCID25 to get 25% off, and of course it will also support me a bit, so definitely check that out. But now let's get into the second sample, and make sure to keep watching because that sample turned out really dope. I think I want to do something in a similar style, but maybe a bit simpler this time. I think I'm gonna start with a guitar. I want to do something very simple because I think I want to reverse the guitar. Yeah, let's go for this. Let's put some layers over this. So I think this is great for a foundation. I just have to make sure it doesn't get too cheesy. This is dope. I'm just gonna layer the chords like this. Let's put some bass. Or maybe twice as long. Yeah. I'm already loving this. There's just sometimes, like for the last sample, you just need a while until it all comes together. And sometimes you just get lucky and it immediately sounds dope. I think I need some of my horrific vocals on this one. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I made a sample without a vocal sample. Okay, so I think I'm gonna speed it up quite a bit now to record the vocals. And when I slow it down again, I can make the vocals twice as fast without them sounding like too sped up. Once again, I'm just gonna record random stuff. Let's make this sound less horrible. I usually just bring the variation down quite a bit and the center almost to the top. I just prefer this type of pitch correction to autotune because it just sounds a bit more natural. And you can also like push the notes around afterwards. Also, if you have the trial version of Newtone like me, you really don't have to buy it. You can just put an Edison afterwards, press record, and then record it into the Edison. Okay, so now like I said, we can bring the tempo down again. I think it was 85. And then I'll make the vocals twice as fast. I always like to put effects on it immediately, just to get a feeling for how it could sound. And then I just listen through it, and while listening I just put little cuts to mark which parts I like. Pretty simple. I need like a lead which goes like sounded stupid as fuck, but once again a pitch bend lead, but just like on the first beat, which will make the sample open up. Yeah, this one is great. I think I'm gonna add a few percussion things. And I don't think this sample needs much more. Probably just some stuff for switch ups and stuff like that. Maybe I can add a little piano layer. Thinking something very atmospheric. Yeah, something like this. Unfortunately, I can't play at all, but I can play that little idea in. Just so I have the right rhythm, I can draw the rest in. Oh, I added it on the 808. Yeah, maybe a guitar lead, I don't know. like the piano, but I think it should sound less like a piano, more like a texture. Because again, I don't want to get into the cheesy territory. Yeah, this could be cool. Oh yeah, and then this guitar riff is a perfect transition to this sick atmospheric part. And then I want one part with a pad that's like wow 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 or wow 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 with like an omnisphere. I always like to go right here to the synthesizers, analog tones. You can just get very clean synth sounds. Exactly. We could see if we can grab something from the vocals and use it a bit differently. Yeah. We could make the bass line a bit more interesting here. Oh, this is contact, so I can't do slide notes, but I can automate the attack. Maybe one more like sparkling kind of layer on this pad. I could do an ARP, like really fast one. Alright, I think this one is done as well. Let's see if I want to pitch this as well. This is sick. Maybe try pitching it up as well. Damn, I can't decide. But I think I'm gonna pitch it down, just so it sounds darker. You can let me know in the comments if you preferred it pitched up or pitched down, because I think both is kinda sick. If you like these two samples, they will be in my upcoming sample pack called Taped Fields. It'll be released in about 2 weeks and it will contain 10 dark R&B loops. I ran all of them through my tape recorder to give it that analog, warm feeling. But you'll also be able to get the clean samples, so stay tuned for that. Also, we reached 10,000 subscribers and I just want to thank you all for that. I really appreciate it a lot. And I'll make a video for next week where I thank you properly, and I'll also have a little gift for all of you. So also stay tuned for that. But enough talking for now, this video is way too long anyways. Thank you for watching.